Hey folks, this is Best in Slot and you've just seen the brand new Africa pack for Planet Zoo. We're going to take another look through the trailer in just a second, then I've got some screenshots and I've got some brand new information to give you an even better look at some of the upcoming animals. Now Africa was already super popular. I believe it had more animals than any other continent in the game with about 20, low 20s. Something like that. But there were some areas that needed filling out. There were some gaps that felt a little bit weird, so it's really cool that those are getting filled in. And more importantly, we've got some really cool new building pieces. So we can kind of see a glimpse of them here. We're going to kind of move past this first screenshot, which I don't believe has anything new. I believe I recognise all the foliage on this page already, so we're just going to push forward a little bit. So we get our first proper look at the new building materials, which is very reminiscent of the sandstone that the Indian pack uses. It's very, very close. However, you can see it is colour customizable. As we can see, we've got it in white over here, we've got it in green over here. So it's Planet Zoo, you've got to imagine you'll have a full set in the regular sort of brown coloration, and then you'll have the same set again, and it'll be white by default, and you'll be able to colour customize it. So giving you some nice customizability. Bloody Nora. There are actually a ton of details on this page though. So in terms of the buildings, of course, we've got these little divots. We've got this kind of, I assume this is a new piece, but this edging here on the corners, this staggered, almost retro pixel game kind of artwork. Of course, we've got the new sort of rather temple looking top over here, and what I really like are these on the right. These are the usual rims you would get at the top of your building, you know, the edging you would have. We used a lot of it in our Indian build recently, and it's got that curved top and it all joins together, but it's got these circles kind of punched through the side as well, which is a really nice look. And there's a ton of other stuff. There's I don't know what this is in the background, might be a lamppost. There's a little bit of display on there. You can see a patterning on this building, this white tower at the back. The lower half has this really intricate looking painted pattern, so we'll have to see how that's done in the game. Is that just a flat surface we can apply with this beautiful painted pattern? We'll have to see. We've got down here in the left corner, well, mid-left area, we've got a Fennec Fox statue, one of the brand new animals we'll be seeing later on in the pack. We've got a new, what looks like almost like a brazier kind of thing here on the left-hand side. We've got a curved archway, this painted curved archway, which is really nice looking. Usually our archways are quite simple, I would say, in styling. They're just circles, but this is got a little bit of a divot on the inside. And then we have these things here, which have a proper name, and I used to know them, and I can't. They look like termite mounds a little bit, but they're obviously not, and I can't remember what they're called, so it makes me sad. Moving on. Oh, we can get a better look at some. No, go back, you fool. Yeah, we can also see some new what are they called? Umbrellas. What's the official name for the umbrella that you'd have on a bench? Parasol, there we go. We can see some new parasols. Still not seeing much in the way of new foliage quite yet. Unless I'm crazy, we already had these palm trees, I believe, but we'll have to see. We already had a lot of African foliage. It wouldn't surprise me if the focus more is on general scenery items. Go away, text. So you can see we've got a new path type here with these circles and sort of beautiful little blue stars popping up in between, and some new sort of sheltered benches, very useful for obviously such a hot and sunny climate. Let's go back again. Very prepared professional video as per usual. So this is showing us all that stuff we mentioned, but just put together, made into like a little bazaar. Really like this. This would have been super helpful on my recent build, even if it was India. You can kind of see a little bit of crossover in style. We've got these sort of hanging lamps. This the painted thing I don't think is new, but you can see these divots again, the circles there and the patterning there. And these I really like, these kind of inbuilt windows. You know, it wouldn't be glass windows. These shapes are just carved right into the wall, into the rock, letting all the air in, letting all the light in, and keeping things as cool as possible in the hot summers. We've got some hanging tassels over here near the lights as well. The carpets aren't new. And oh yeah, look at these bowls and stuff. That's really cool as well. We've got an actual shelving unit full of items to sell. I wonder if that is a set. I wonder if like the bowls are individual pieces or if it comes as a display. I'd love more stuff like this, just more selling items, more marketplace items, more things that make areas like that feel complete. Again, I really like this. Look on the right hand side over here. So again, we can see the Fennec Fox. It's got a it's actually different in coloration than the last one. Below that, we've got a Scarab Beetle sign here on the wall. Interestingly enough, so the Scarab Beetle is one of the 5 animals. We'll go through all those, but I think it's a white rhino, it's a Fennec Fox, it's a Scarab Beetle, it's a African penguin, and it's a meerkat. And this Scarab Beetle, you know what it instantly makes me think of is the Mummy. So you know what themed exhibit we're going to have to do? It's going to be the Mummy. But the Fennec Fox clearly comes in multiple styles. Maybe this is a colour customizable one. There's something over here on the right hand side also inbuilt into the platform. It looks a little like a camel, but it's quite hard to tell. I really like this area down here at the back though. This wall again is showing us that tile, I think it's a tile effect, that tiled, big painted tiled wall. And then you'd have this sort of impression built into it. And I think this is probably a water fountain. I've seen things like this myself in person. And I think this would be a water fountain built into the side so people have got water if need be. Because, you know, and over here as well, again, the archways have been made so elaborate and beautiful. Look at that thing. That's going to be very cool for transitions across our park. And there we get a good look at the new benches as well. I really like the look of this. We can see some, you know, I think it zooms in on here a second, but we can see the towers in action again for all those divots. I've said divot too many times today, I've decided. These tall termite mound shaped objects which are clearly colour customizable, and then we've got a brand new Rhino entrance thing which we'll see a little bit closer there, like a mosaic tile sort of. A very happy rhinoceros, it must be said. The happiest rhinoceros you ever did see. Wishlist now on Steam, it is available right now. Go add it to your wishlist. Love these! Absolutely love these things. There's this whole pyramid, temple-esque kind of vibe going on with some of the items. We'll see it a little bit more in a second on the screenshots. I think they look absolutely incredible. These are also clearly colour customizable. We've got another statue down, not statue, don't even call it like a little display, a little, almost like a rune sort of thing over here for the meerkat. We also had one for the Scarab Beetle, so I think that's one we can assume we have for each of the new animals. There he is. Ah! Hello, buddy. Oh, he's so cute. That is actually heartbreakingly adorable. Your meerkats will dig under the earth in your exhibits and explore and pop up in other places. It's going to be a very cool mechanic. It's so cute. So cute. So, we're going to hop on to my screenshots and take a look at those. I should mention, 22nd of June comes out 1 week today. Not very long to go at all. Okay, so we're going to go through and take a look at both screenshots and some of the information. So there's a better look at the meerkat. We've got those long drooping arms and long claws to let it dig down into the earth. This one standing up at attention. You know, every time meerkats are in a pack, I don't know what a group of meerkats, I went and checked. So there's a group of meerkats, they call a gang, sometimes a mob. And when the gang is hanging out, one lad has to go stand in the corner, hop up and check out for warning signs. So this suggests that behaviour might well be a thing. We do have a couple of us sort of standing up down here, but they would do that. These ones are all hanging out. This guy's standing at the top of the rock and keeping an eye out for danger. Nothing in the scenery items I can see that we haven't seen already. This lass is absolutely blown away by the meerkats, and rightly so. So let's take a look at the first piece of description for this content. Embark on an unforgettable African adventure with the Planet Zoo Africa Pack! Exclamation point. Adopt and raise 5 stunning new animals, featuring 4 habitat animals and 1 exhibit animal. Master the challenging time scenario set in a picturesque oasis bazaar, and build out the zoo of your dreams with over 180 beautiful new scenery pieces, predominantly inspired by the richness and diversity of North Africa. Your African adventure awaits. So they've gone back, so the Southeast Asia pack tried something different. It didn't bring in any scenery decorations at all, but it did bring us 8 animals. I think the Southeast Asia animal pack, despite having some stunning animals, was probably the least popular pack they've had so far. I know from my perspective, I know a lot of you were excited about that idea. From my perspective, no scenery items was a huge bummer. It was a big problem, especially from like a YouTuber perspective. It was very difficult to get super excited about that, because whilst the animals are beautiful and they're really exciting, it's also not really it's not really the focus. You know, if I do a build video, I spend 99% of the time building with pieces. So not having those pieces was really disappointing to me, and I totally understand why they want to try it up, try something new, and a lot of people were excited about just having tons of new animals, which, you know, long term is going to be great for the game. I do think this is better. I do think this is the way to go, personally, but, you know, opinions will differ on that, I'm sure. This is my favourite screenshot of the entire bunch. This is exactly the kind of thing I had in my mind when I was thinking about building a, you know, mummy-style build. We've got tons of stuff here, so again, we can see this it kind of looks like Petra a little bit. Now, Petra isn't technically in Africa, it's in Western Asia and Jordan, but it is very, very close to the boundaries with Africa, and there is a lot of crossover there. It's sort of in thematics, in building styles and stuff like that. But this kind of city built into the rock is a very, very cool idea. We can see more of these, again, I don't know what you call them, like tablets. Tablets is the word I was looking for. We've got the meerkat again, we've got the Scarab Beetle there, and we've also got the Fennec Fox. So I think we can probably assume we've got the other two as well. What I really like about this, though, is that they're huge. We've seen both of these items and the meerkat. This is without colour customization. I think it looks better without the colour. I think it looks terrifying without the colour. It looks almost horror-esque, which, well, you know me. And these are both bigger than the ones I believe we saw before. These tablets are like nearly human-sized, and this thing is a kaiju, basically. It's like 4 times the size of the humans. This child is not happy. She's running screaming from these monstrous, gigantic meerkats. I really like them. They look like, you know, like an Anubis statue or something like that you'd have guarding the realms of these pyramids. I love that idea so much. I'm hoping this kind of angular shape is kind of built into it, not manually made, because I really like the use of that as well. Yeah, just really, really cool. Cannot wait to utilize this kind of thing to build some pyramid-esque structures. Let's find out some more information. Welcome 5 brand new species to your zoos. These are the meerkat, southern white rhino, African penguin, Fennec Fox, Fennec Fox, and sacred scarab beetle. Create, customize, and maintain ideal habitats so they can thrive. Observe authentic new behaviours and invite your guests to learn more about these incredible animals and their fascinating origins. Give your arrivals exciting new enrichment items to keep them entertained. Your Fennec Foxes, for instance, will love chasing and chomping their new tennis ball item. We'll see that at the end. These quirky and energetic animals are sure to brighten up any zoo! Exclamation point. Meerkats, meanwhile, really dig their new surroundings. Ho ho. Planet Zoo is such a nerdy game. I really appreciate it. Literally. Just as they do in the wild, they'll use sharp claws to bury holes, then dive in and pop out elsewhere. Whether it's African penguins enjoying their new curio ball enrichment item, or southern white rhinos' bespoke sprinkler interactions, this assortment is full of surprises. So it sounds like the Fennec Fox, the African penguins, and the southern white rhinos will all have an individual enrichment item, curio, kind of interaction, a new animation, something giving them their own individual species, personality, and uniqueness, which is really cool. The meerkats, of course, have this whole new digging into the ground mechanic, which sounds amazing. And the scarab beetles are an exhibit animal, so they'll just look cool. But that's fine. I'm down for cool things. There is our beautiful southern white rhino. You can see they've actually used, I think this tree is new, by the way, on the left-hand side, just saying. And they've used these new, again, they look like termite mounds to me, I can't remember what they're officially called. But there is our beautiful southern white rhino. I might do a full animal comparison when all 5 have been revealed. We don't have pictures of all of them quite yet, but it's beautiful looking, it's endangered, it's adorable, and it desperately needs some rescue. They were always my favourite animals, or one of my favourite animals. Sorry, Komodo dragon, you're still at the top. With that sort of armour, almost armour plating look to the skin, the way it folds and toughens back on itself and stuff like that. The rippling in there as well. Noble, majestic, beautiful creatures. Really love the striations and details on the horns, in particular, sort of jamming up there, and little flickers of fur there on the ears as well. We'll talk more about it when we get it in person, but love the drama as well present there in the hump towards the front of the body, the raised invertebrae. It's a really fantastic looking creature. Expand your zoo with a huge range of gorgeous new scenery pieces, including vibrant foliage, eye-catching decorations, bespoke pathways. Install striking animal statues and spectacular imagery. Customize with colourful tiles, which you've seen. Arrange new shops and souvenir stores however you want. So maybe we'll get more items than just the plates. That's a really exciting idea. And keep visitors shaded with tall, swaying palm trees. There must be some new palm trees. We may have seen new ones already. I might have been confusing them with something else. From bustling villages made from thatch and mud brick, oh there you go, to rocky canyon getaways you can terraform yourself using Planet Zoo's accessible landscaping tool. Rocky canyon getaways you can terraform... The 180 plus themed scenery items contained in this pack will help you build your ultimate African-inspired zoo. Now the thatch we already had, the mud brick we sort of already had, right? Maybe it's not a new building item, maybe it's like an addition to the existing building. Maybe we didn't have mud brick, maybe I'm going crazy. I think we did though. Maybe it's like an addition to the existing building items. Maybe it is new. I actually don't know enough. I don't think I've tried to build in Africa for so long that that it's lost my mind. But I do want to point out, it says 180 plus themed scenery items. Every single time they've given us a number, it's been low. I don't think when they say this, they count the duplicates or something like that. You know, if you've got a normal version and a color customizable version, that often doesn't seem to be included, so we'll have to wait and see how many we get in reality. One time I remember they said, I think it was like 200, and there was nearly 400 in the final pack. Now I'm not saying that's definitely the case, but I'm just saying, you know, it could be even more than what is already a pretty bloody big number. Lovely screenshot showing that mud brick in action. You can see some new patterns being added to the mud brick as well. First of all, again, this has got a curve on it. There's lots of new indentations, lots of new shapes we can build out of this brick. You can see in the roof over there as well, that's got different shapes. Here we've got these new lovely patterns that we can sort of apply onto the side. Lots of ways to make even the windows are new and intricate and detailed. Lots of really beautiful, intricately detailed little things we can throw into our zoos here. It's looking really nice. We can see the meerkats over there. I've not seen a statue for the rhino yet, but I have been keeping an eye out. But they look nice here. They're having a nice little time, you know, chilling, relaxing, living their best life. There's also a new challenge zoo for people who are interested in said challenge zoo. Can't say it's something I've ever done, but I'm sure there's some of you out there who are hype about this kind of thing. Experience the secluded wonder of the Oasis Bazaar. Here you'll endeavour within limited space to turn it from a hidden desert gem to a must-see tourist attraction. But you've got work to do! Exclamation point. With the zoo's unreliable power generators failing, try turning your hand to heat management, research sustainable options such as solar and wind, and give this location a sparkling new update. I don't know what's wrong with my voice. So come and build an idyllic oasis for your animals, including all other suitable species from across the Planet Zoo base game and its subsequent packs. And we have one final screenshot showing us those adorable Fennec Foxes in action with that brand new tennis ball enrichment, as we can see there, where presumably they'll play around and toss it around and bite at it. Again, we've got these new... it's another, they like their archway looking shapes. We've got an arch sort of shape here, sort of semicircle with these triangles cut into it. Just again, more details, really interesting building pieces. I think this is more a expanding of the current building pieces we have available, basically. But I honestly don't know. Like, I'm a little annoyed with myself to not have this information off the top of my head, but it is what it is. Anyways, Fennec Foxes, yeah, they look adorable, fantastic. Again, a lot of the love in these will showcase in the animations more than anything else. You know, you need to see them come to life in that way, but they look fantastic. They've got the quintessential ginormous Fennec Fox ears, that little sort of mark of darker colour there around the snout, which you would expect. Colorations on point, big puffy tail, but you know, the actual fur on the body isn't massively puffy or long as you wouldn't expect in such hot environments. Yeah, they look brilliant. Yeah, I'd like to do a full animal comparison, but we're going to wait a little bit, as I said, until we've got all the animals available. And that is about it, ladies and gentlemen. The brand new Africa pack. Very exciting stuff. So let's talk about what's going to happen. Because, of course, I didn't finish my Southeast Asia Animal Zoo. As you may have been able to tell from the fact it's been taking me so long, I have been struggling for inspiration on that zoo, and a lot of that is a lack of new building items. It is genuinely a really big deal. And the announcement of Evolution 2 and Camp Cretaceous new seasons and stuff didn't really help, because there's always so much other content that had to go onto the channel. I think we can safely say for now the Southeast Asian Zoo is probably done for now. African pack is going to be brand new. I want to showcase it. There's only 4 animals, 1 exhibit animal, and we can basically treat this like we did with the aquatic pack and later on with the Australian pack, and build a sort of closed loop, quite small zoo where we can go heavy on the theming but also still keep it looking more like a zoo. I was thinking about that recently, why the Southeast Asian pack hasn't worked out for me, and a lot of it is I think I went, again, much too expansive. And what went better on the aquatic pack was I went very heavy on the theming, but you still walked around it like a regular zoo, if that makes sense. Not that I regret the bazaar. The bazaar was a lot of fun, and I'm really happy and proud of that video, so... I'm not saying it's dead forever. We may come back to it after the Africa pack. The Africa pack should, at the end of the day, only be 5 animals, although we could chuck in some of the older African animals we've never played with. We'll have to have a little think about that. We did that with the aquatic pack. Either way, next Tuesday... Tuesday? Actually, no idea. Wednesday? What day is it today? I genuinely don't know what day it is. Anyways... next week, 22nd, I think it's Wednesday, we'll get started on the Africa pack. We'll start a brand new African zoo. We're going to use all the new building items, use all the new animals. It's going to be fantastic. I will try to showcase these new animals as they pop up. I might not do a video on every single new one, but when all 5 are showcased, then we'll do a video going through them one by one and compare them to their real life animal, just like we did with the Southeast Asia animal pack. That's about it from me. Thank you so much for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think. Are you excited about this pack? Let me know in the comment section down below. As adorable as the animals look, very excited about the meerkat and the scarab, actually, because again, it's got that horror film. For those who don't know, in The Mummy, the scarabs horde, like this zombie horde, basically, and they go under your skin and eat you from the inside out. It's terrifying stuff. It actually is legit. It scared the life out of me as a kid. Anyways. Very excited about all that, but the decoration items for me is the bigger deal. Very excited to play with those. Finally, the rope looks new, actually, interestingly enough. We already had rope in this shape, but it looks like a different colour. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I'll see you lovely folks, probably in the meantime as well, but next week especially, for the brand new Planet Zoo Africa pack. Thanks for joining me. Cheers, much love as always. Bye-bye.
Houston, if you're ready, we'll maneuver.